Alrighty, we're back down here in one of our favorite spots. We're walking around doing a little bit of surface hunting right now. I don't know if we're going to sift or not, but we'll see what we can find first. If we find good enough stuff, we probably won't. If we don't manage to find anything, I'll bust out the sifter. We'll get back with you once we do find something. I've seen a lot of flint in here, but haven't seen any artifacts yet. I'll let you know when we do. Thought I had an artifact there, just a bust up piece of flint. But I did look over here. You can see the tip busted off there. Nice little find. Alrighty, see this piece here? I picked it up. I was just getting ready to move it. And you can see where it's kind of like worked on the edge, but it's not the normal kind of rock they'd work. I don't know if it's something or not, but I'm going to keep a hold of it and look at it later. Alright, I threw some water up here to get the beach cleared off. And I thought I found a triangle. I pulled it up and got a closer look. It's another busted tip. So we found two. I think I found a third one, but I'm not too sure. I'm about to pull it back out. I found it was out in the water. And it's a lot smaller. But I'm pretty sure it's one too. So I think we might have found three so far. We'll get a look at it here in a little bit. Alright, did a little shoveling here. There's a piece to a point. Little uniface. They always wash out when you throw water up there. Excuse me. But we got a little bit more looking to do. We got 4 pieces, I think, are torched artifacts. Oh, look here. Might have another one. Yep. It busted up. Would have been a corner notch, maybe. See where the notch was. Worked on that side. Worked on that side. Actually, it's worked on that side, and that side. Get her to focus. See the working there, working there, working there. So maybe it's refashioned into a scraper. Hard to tell. Looks like it's a place where a notch would have been down there. Oh, there's another one. We'll keep looking. Well, I used my hands to scoop a little bit of dirt back. I swear some of these points, they just appear out of thin air. I got some pieces of flint, but there's a triangle there on the far left, a busted corner on it. So we haven't even thrown water on this yet. There's a good chance we'll find 1 or 2 more. Just throwing water on this. Tell you what, I'm the king of busted tips. There's another, that's another real tiny one right there. Been finding a lot of them today. I think that's the 5th busted off tip we found. And then we found the triangle that's got the base busted. We've got a few other things in the pocket there. I can't even remember right now. But not doing too bad. We'll keep throwing a little bit in here and see if we can't get anything else before we give her up. We just hit it again. And I ain't finished looking yet, but I found this. It's like a bone. I don't know if it's tooth or what it is. You know what that is? Let me know. It's got this hole in it, but I think the hole's natural. Not too sure. We're going to keep looking through here, though. We haven't looked everywhere. We just saw this immediately. Stopped to film it. So there might be something else in here. We'll let you know if there is. Alright. This ain't an artifact. That ain't an Indian artifact. Ain't nothing at all. I thought it was a glass bottle, but it's a old Aunt Jemima. Or whatever they call it now. Pearl milling, whatever the crazies renamed it. I thought we'd take a look out. Here's a pretty big cobble bed all the way out, and I found stuff out here before, so I was just trying to see if I couldn't find anything else out through here today. All right, we're going to take one more look around here on the surface. Yeah, if we don't find anything, we're going to get out of here and show you everything that we found today. All right, got us a handful of flint, but not any more artifacts. So we're going to try to wrap her up and get out of here. All right, there's everything that we found today down at the old bread and butter. Well, the new bread and butter. I had one or two more than I realized I'd had. I almost forgot about this one when we were going through earlier. That's a little busted tip. There's a little busted tip. And then I have one I told you I thought was one. If you look, you can see that it's worked. But then I realized what it was. I flipped it this way. It's the corner to one of these, like these triangles up here. And I think I'm going to have to look through my stuff. I think I have a triangle that's broke like that. I'm not 100% sure. We can look in our old stuff here and see. But there's a chance that I might have that piece. If we do, I'll show you in a later video. I've got a lot of stuff to look through in there in last year's finds. But anyway, it's neat that I got to take a look at that and just take a little time and slow my mind down. That's obviously what that is. That's the busted corner because it's worked on that side and that side. And if it was like that, it'd be way too broad. When I flipped it like that, though, it just made perfect sense. You could tell it's what it is. And all these triangles come out of that space there. And I think that's what that was too. That's the base of a triangle. It's worked here, here, and here. I thought yesterday maybe that was part of a notch, and it could be. It could have been a point that was notched on the bottom, and it busted, and they just, after it busted, they almost treated it like a hafted point, turned it into a scraper. So, and then these two busted tips, and then this gigantic one here. And that's got a nice curvature to it. That thing would have rocked if you'd have laid it down whole. It would have had a big giant curve in it. So, and then this thing, I almost forgot to mention this. It's some type of bone. I thought it was a tooth. You know what kind of bone that is, let me know. Maybe something in the spine. It's just neat to find in there, and it's got holes in it, but I don't think the holes are man-made. I think those holes are natural. If I'm wrong, let me know. It'd be nice to know this is some type of artifact, piece of a necklace, but I'm not holding out for that. And we got a handful of flint here. There's nothing to write home about in there. I thought we had a couple more pieces than we actually had. That's not bad. I always like getting the flint. We'll put it in the jar there and try to fill a third one up. Couple pieces of pottery, but not a bad haul. That's everything that we got. Pretty good day. We stuck it out through a couple small little drizzles, and we made some pretty good finds. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope y'all have a good weekend.